Oh, man. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brian. I'm back up in here, man. And this is the No News, Just Facts podcast. Man. Such a feeling to be back up in here once again this fast. You know. Alright, that's enough of that. What's good, y'all? What's going on? I'm back up in here. It is 8/27/2019, and will that God? Sorry, the neighbor's got a dog all of a sudden, and I can't do nothing in this damn room. Pardon me. Oh my God, there it goes again. You might hear it in the damn thing. You might hear it. I couldn't even get no sleep last night. Shut that damn dog up, man. Damn. Anyways, I'm gonna just try to do this without the dog. That's probably supposed to be a distraction for me, but it's not gonna be. We just gonna get into the bulk of what I need to discuss today. That is power. I got a bunch of stuff that I need to just lay up on here before it's over with. Okay. So, first of all, Power premiered Sunday, episode 1 of season 6. And I watched it. Okay. Now, let me point, it's so much emotions riding high on this show alone, on the first episode. Why did they do that to us? Why did 50 Cent and the writers and producers of this show do all of that to us in one episode? What am I talking about? Okay, first of all, spoilers coming here. Okay, so first, why did y'all change the theme song? Why did y'all change the theme song? Y'all need to just change it back because most people are familiar with that song that you had with Joe, and hell, most people didn't even pay attention to it and now have probably learned that theme song only to have to not learn that theme song because you got a new theme song. What is that? What is that? I don't want to hear Trey. Trey Songz is a great singer, but I don't want to hear Trey Songz do the theme for Power. Really? Trey Songz. No, I don't want it. Yeah. No, I don't want to hear that. No, I don't want to hear that. And I keep hearing this damn dog. Damn. Oh my God. Ugh. Of all places to have a dog, it's right outside my window. Sitting up here barking. For what? Anyway, I ain't gonna stop what I got going on. And then, of course, with the theme song, it's a new verses from 50 Cent. I'm like, bro, I understand this is the final season of Power, but dog, did y'all have to do that? Did we really need y'all to change the theme song? Was that necessary? Was that needed? Seriously, I want to know. For real. I really want to know. Was that necessary? I don't get it. Anyway. Secondly, okay, this is the word. I was gonna cry. I was gonna cry on this first episode of Power because Angela is dead, yo. Angela Valdez is dead. Man, let me tell you something. As you know, she got shot in the final season in the last episode of the final. What am I saying? In the last episode of the last season, right? By Tommy, who was actually trying to kill Ghost because of Ghost tricking Tommy into killing his father, Teresi, right? So it turned out that Teresi was pretty much gonna rat on Ghost. So what do? in this next season on the first episode. They drop a dagger right into our hearts by having Angela get shot in the last season and making us think she's gonna live because she's in the hospital in the first episode. Like, she's in the hospital for like maybe the beginning scenes, right? Like, maybe like she's in the hospital for like the first like 5 minutes of the show, right? Only to turn around and tell us that she's dead. Bam! Hey y'all, she's dead. She's the one who wasn't gonna live to see another day in season 6. That's who they were talking about, making me think that she was gonna make it. Bro, I don't like this shit. I don't like it when shows do this to us and manipulate our brains and fuck with us like that. Like, why would you? Power. I'm so mad. I don't even want to watch Power anymore just because of that first. I literally don't want to watch Power anymore just because of that first episode. Like, just the expectation of what I was waiting for in Power on this first episode is just kind of like, damn. Why would they like do that? Why? Like, why would they do that to us? And it's crazy that a fictionalized character or just a television show can make people act like this. I can't even believe it, honestly. You know? So, of course, now that Angela is dead, right? Ghost is vengeful towards Tommy. Remember how I told you that Ghost got Tommy to kill his own dad? So now Angela, of course, is dead. Jamie wants Tommy's head on a silver platter. So basically, Ghost is plotting and stalking Tommy pretty much the whole entire episode. And there's a scene where Tommy and Ghost are fighting at Tommy's crib. This is the first or second moment where the two main characters are not on the same side. By the way, Tariq walks in and was asking why they were fighting, and Ghost replies, "Why the fuck aren't you at school?" I really thought that was funny. I thought that shit was actually pretty funny. I ain't even gonna lie. Thought it was hilarious. By the way, I really would have rather Tariq die because I don't know why, man. I just don't like that nigga's character. I just don't like him. He's a snake, bro. He is a snake. Speaking of Tariq, oh yeah, by the way, these are the 5 things that I thought were interesting about Power. Tariq getting rid of Cannon's ashes. Okay, so there's a scene where Tariq and Tasha are driving in the car or whatever, and basically, you know, this is after Tommy and he saw Tommy and Ghost fighting. He basically like convinces his mom to give him like an hour before he goes back to school, because she was like, "Don't play with me, go back to school," yada yada yada, right? So he tells her, "Oh, I have something important I have to do. Just give me 2 hours." She's like, "Boy, I'm not playing with you." And he's like, "Okay, just give me an hour. All right, just an hour." Okay, so we meet Tommy and Tariq in a scene, and Tariq is holding Cannon's ashes, right? As they stand on a roof, jokingly, Tommy starts playing Crossroads, you know. Boom, 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 boom. He starts playing Crossroads because they're gonna dump Cannon's ashes, like, from the roof. And I guess he turned it off because he's like, "Oh, my bad." You know, this is supposed to be like, I guess like a very somber moment for Tariq for whatever reason. So basically, before he dumps the ashes, Tommy takes like a little bit of Cannon's ashes and he puts it in his weed that he's rolling. And he's like, "What the hell? Why did you do that?" He's like, "They did it for Tupac." Like, what the hell? Um, and then they pretty much start talking, and Tariq asks like, why were you and my dad fighting? And he's like, he pretty much tells him that your dad, tricked me into killing my dad, pretty much. And he says, how would you feel if something bad happened to your dad? Tariq says, I don't know how I would feel. He pretty much says they pretty much like tell each other they'll always keep in touch with each other. So that's how you know something's gonna happen. Okay, here's the last thing. I thought Tommy was dead at the end of this episode. Reason why I thought Tommy was dead was because, like I told you before, Ghost is on that man's head. So every move that he makes, he's like pretty much just like following him like everywhere, So basically, Tommy meets up with the drug connect, Jason, who does not trust Tommy all that well. Jason gets one of his goons. Before that, in the beginning, they, I guess, what's his name? Tommy gave Jason a check, and basically he wanted his product as soon as he gave him the check. And Jason said, we're just gonna wait until the check clears. And he's like, I can't go to my my crew without any product from you. Then they won't think I'm serious or whatever. And he's like, okay. He's like, we're just gonna wait until the check clears. Just be patient. So now we're met in this scene, of course, and the check clears, and basically Jason goes to hug Tommy, like give him this like weird ass hug. For whatever reason, he gave him that hug. And when he gave him that hug, I was really looking at his back. I had thought that he put something behind his back or something like that, but he didn't. He just took his keys out of his pocket. He took Tommy's keys out of his pocket and got one of his henchmen to pretty much bring Tommy's car around, which was pretty much a ploy and a setup because I guess Jason knew that Ghost was around and looking for him, because in the beginning of the episode, basically Tommy had like a black eye, I believe. He either had a black eye or a bruise on his face or something like that. And Jason was asking, what happened to your face? And he said, oh, me and Ghost got into a dispute or whatever. He's like, are y'all cool or whatever? And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect the business, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, I guess he said it in like his language or whatever. He told the henchman, he's like, we'll just make sure what he's saying is right. And, make sure he really doesn't have anything going on. Him and Ghost don't really have anything going on. So of course, I guess that was a test when he took his keys out of his pocket and made his henchman drive Tommy's car around. So when he drove Tommy's car around, bro, I thought that was Tommy in his car. I thought it was Tommy in his own car. So when I saw that, Ghost pulls out his machine gun and starts blasting at Tommy's car. So by that time, I'm like, damn, bruh, Tommy's dead. Tommy's gone. Like, he's not, like, that's the end of Tom. 2 daggers in one damn episode. Angela's gone and Tommy's gone. Hell no, that's not it. It's not Tommy who was in the car. It was one of Jason's henchmen. He's dead. And then they come out to the commotion, and Ghost is gone by this time. So Jason and Tommy are looking at Tommy's car, and Tommy's like, what the fuck? He's like, I knew something was wrong when you gave me that weird ass hug. He's like, when you gave me that weird ass hug. And he's like, no, Tommy. Ghost wants revenge. He pretty much said Ghost wants revenge, and he's not gonna stop. So he's like, that was just a test to see if, there was still some friction there. Things I didn't really care about with the Power episode was I didn't care about Sack's new investigation on ghosts or the AUSA's new boss or whatever. I did not care about Tommy and Keisha or anything they had to do, or Keisha having to go dump Tommy's gun. I didn't care about that. I didn't care. I didn't really care for Ghost lawyer Proctor in this first episode for whatever reason. The AUSA's new boss meeting Proctor and pretty much giving him an ultimatum and saying, "Hey, this is my last chance asking you. I need you to bring Ghost to me and get him to do this, or whatever, and confess and say that he killed Angela and all that." And he's like, "My client didn't kill him," or whatever. So I didn't really care for that shit too much, just kind of like whatever. I also didn't really care for, what is that? Tasha meeting with her mom and her mom pretty much saying you pretty much can't be without Ghost. Do you think Ghost is going to just let you go like that or whatever? Yeah, I didn't really give a damn about that. But all in all, this was a very heartbreaking episode for me to watch, to be quite clear with you. I couldn't take it. This is too much damn it's too much damn emotion. I just hated it. It was just like, ugh. Why would they do that to us? Again, I ask, why would they do that to us, Okay, what else do I have to talk about here? Okay, so the VMAs were, what is it, yesterday? I don't give a damn about the VMAs. The VMAs is just another structured award show for the industry. Catered and tailor-made for the industry, for people and or beings who they want to make feel important, who aren't that important. I mean, I do, the only thing that I really care about is Missy Elliott getting the Vanguard, what is it, the Vanguard Award or whatever, which is pretty cool. I mean, if they really, really, really are trying to show appreciation to Missy Elliott and give her flowers while she's still here, that's cool. But if not, and it's just a real quick, simple advertising mechanism to get more black people to watch the MTV Video Music Awards, then fuck MTV. Yeah, because I mean, there's always a motive behind something. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. You can get Lizzo, you can get Megan Thee Stallion, you can get Cardi B, just to spice up your show. Because if y'all didn't have any of those rap acts or those black R&B singers, it wouldn't be. It would just pretty much be the Oscars without black people. It would just be the Oscars, a boring ass show for white people, a boring ass award show for white people that ain't nobody trying to look at. That's just like, what else? That's just like the daytime Emmys. Don't nobody want to watch that. There's nothing fun about a bunch of white people sitting in a room and getting awards. What's fun about that? There's nothing fun about that. Nobody cares about that. So why would you make all these people get dressed and make themselves feel important, and who's gonna win and who's not gonna win. So what is the point of an award show? Seriously, what is the point of an award show? Like, let's get away from music for a second, but just in general, what is the point of a damn award show? What is it supposed to really showcase? You know what I wish I could see? I wish I could see like not even an award show, a show for like people who aren't on yet. Like, I mean, like established artists or anything like that. I wish I could see an award show where unsigned rappers, they could showcase unsigned rappers, unsigned singers, movie directors who are just young in the game and not attached to any movie studios or anything like that, that actually create something great without big production and shit like that. You know, I wish I could just like find something like that. That would be so nice to see. I thought that would be the YouTube Awards, but they dropped the ball on that. You know, YouTube is all corporate now, so of course they're run by Google, so it's like that's expected. But like I said, the VMAs is just like, yeah, it's one of those sleeper award shows. Every year it comes around, it's just like, why are y'all still here? MTV don't even show music videos anymore. Why is there a video music awards? It don't make no sense whatsoever. It's just like the AMAs. That's another award show that don't make no damn sense. They just go off of popular. They just go off what they think is cool or whatever. Same thing with the Grammys. Old people in these voting committees just go for what they think is good, what they believe is good, not what the popular culture thinks or what the culture says is cool. 95% of the time in this new generation, rap is like the biggest thing. Like the first. It's not the second, it's the first. It's like the first biggest thing. So it's like when you have categories that have to do with like rap and R&B and the wrong person wins, it's just kind of like, okay, so you're just appealing to like the record company. So you promise the record company that this person's going to win so they could like get their streams and their album sales up. That's cool, but the real winner of the award is the low key artist. Is the artist that don't really brag so much. Is the artist that ain't telling everybody how much they stream. You know, how much their music gets streamed, or how much this and that, or what. You know what I'm saying? Like the real artist is telling you about their music, and the real artist is telling you about their music, showcasing their life in the music. And it's less about, oh man, look at my chain, or oh man, look at my watch, or oh man, look at what I got on my feet, or what I'm wearing on my back, or whatever. And you know, it's more about the organicness of an artist. That's the type of artist I like. I like the type of artist who will motivate you. I like those type of artists who will motivate you. I'm not necessarily dogging people who talk about, you know, the glam of it all. Because some of those people are really molding and motivating, you know, niggas out here. But I like the artists that don't really need to talk about that necessarily all the time. They're more focused on trying to like drop some seeds of knowledge on you. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. And I wish things like that would be showcased more in an award show. And I wish there were, like I said before, showcases of unsigned artists. Singers, rappers, you know, movie directors, producers, and such, who were not a part of like a corporation, being like showcased more. That's just what I think, you know. What else we got up on here? I'm gonna be honest, this might be a short episode today, just because I really wanted to get out the stuff about power, because I was so livid with this first episode. I was so mad. I'm like, man, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I was just so mad, bro. So mad with the episode. But Meek Mill, something happened with Meek Mill. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm supposed to be like way more prepared, but so Meek Mill pleaded guilty to like a gun charge or whatever, but they dropped it. They dropped the charges. So now Meek Mill is off probation, pretty much. Meek Mill is off probation, and pretty much he's a free man. He's a free individual of this society. He can go around the country and perform and do all the things that he needs to do. I must say that Meek Mill has really changed, you know, from the times of when I started listening to him back in the day. He's really changed, like, thus far, like a lot, since, you know, all those times when he was, you know, the thing with him and Drake, or whatever. So I mean, like I said, yeah, he pleaded guilty to an old gun case, pretty much, but they tossed it. So now all everything that has to do with him being on probation for like 11, 12 years or something like that. All of that is done. It's all done. His cases are closed, and now he can move about and do whatever his destiny was supposed to be that he needed to fulfill. You know, that's the thing. Like I said in a previous post or whatever. Sometimes some people that like leave and go do other things, they're meant to go and go do other things. They're not meant to like stay in one place and stay doing this or stay doing that. Like somebody, whoever your favorite musician is, they're not gonna be a musician forever. Think about it. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he just got married recently, right? Dwayne used to be a wrestler. He used to be a professional wrestler in the WWE. Think about that for a second. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson used to be a professional wrestler. I used to watch him growing up. Now, Dwayne Johnson is a full-fledged movie actor. And I'm sorry, not even just movie actor. Television actor, motivational speaker, author, just mogul, philanthropist, everything. He wasn't slated to just do one thing in this life. He wasn't slated to just be in one place for the rest of his life. And I feel like we all have that destiny and that power to move ourselves away from, damn, I'm at this 9 to 5. I'm supposed to be here forever. No, you're not supposed to be there forever. I'm not supposed to be living where I'm living forever. We not supposed to stay in one place forever. We supposed to move, be calculated about our steps as well. Like come on, y'all. Like I congratulate Meek Mill, because it means he's destined to do more. He's destined to do more with his social justice reform and just all the things he's doing for his community as a whole. People need to stop looking at the negative and looking at the positive of things, Okay. This is probably going to be talked about forever. Royce the 5'9", Lord Jamar, and just Eminem in general. So, Royce the 5'9" has responded to Lord Jamar and pretty much told him, hey, bro, chill on talking about Eminem. Because, Lord Jamar is like the main culprit of talking about Eminem and how, he's white and he's white and he's a white rapper, of course, and like if he was black, he wouldn't be getting all these accolades and this and that and the third, and saying Eminem doesn't get people don't listen to Eminem in the hood, and Royce the 5'9" says yes, there are plenty of real niggas who listen to. There are plenty of real niggas who don't have to just listen to Jeezy, and yeah, niggas in the hood listen to Eminem, and people in the hood listen to Eminem pretty much, and he needs to just stop slandering Eminem because you over there making money with Vlad, and Vlad is over here using Eminem's name to help Lord Jamar get clicks and help him get money. Listen, my whole thought process on it is this. I don't understand what the whole problem is. I mean, you know what? I'm going to say it like this. There are people who don't like Eminem. I think we can all agree on that. There are people, black people probably mainly, that don't like Eminem. And they'll never like Eminem. They don't think he's the greatest MC. He's not even in. He doesn't belong in a lot of people's top 5. That's probably what they think. Just like Lord Jamar, there are old heads out there that don't like Eminem. He's not the end all be all. And I feel like this is the same type of grudge that Cannabis had about Eminem. Like, oh, Eminem is not the best rapper. Eminem is not the only Eminem is not the only rapper, and Eminem is not the best rapper. Just because, and I feel like Lord Jamar has it to where it's like y'all only interested in him just because he's white. I think we've gotten past the fact that he's white and just appreciate him as a MC. I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing that makes Lord Jamar mad the most. That we're looking past him being white now. He's just a good rapper. He's a very good rapper, and you can never like discredit somebody who actually spits lyrics, like good lyrics. You know, I mean, I'm critical of Eminem. I'm sure a lot of other people are critical of Eminem, but we still love and love Eminem because you either grew up listening to his music or you just figured out about his music and you're just beginning to love his music. You know, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I was 6 years old when I figured out about Eminem, and back in the days when MTV was showing music videos, his video came up on, and what was it? I think it was the Real Slim Shady. It's not. It wasn't even the Real Slim Shady. It was I can't remember the name of the song right now, but it was one of his classic songs, and it came up on MTV, and from that moment on, I would just continue to follow the career of Eminem. You know, I liken that to Jay-Z as well. I first heard Jay-Z on the radio. Excuse me. I first heard Jay-Z's music on the radio, and from that moment on, I followed his career, you know? And then it went from elementary to middle school to high school. And eventually, you know, also Lil Wayne too. Like all these rappers I followed from the time I was either in elementary or in middle school. And that's why I'm so synonymous with knowing who they are, you know? So I just feel like Lord Jamar should just give it a rest, man. Like, damn. You can only hate something so much until it's like you look like the old man sitting on the porch just cussing at a bunch of people for no reason, you know? It don't make sense. What's the last? This is probably the last thing. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Eddie Murphy is going to be hosting SNL in December for the first time in 35 years. As you know, SNL and Eddie Murphy are like, you know, SNL gave Eddie Murphy his shot to become, quite honestly, maybe like the biggest comedian ever. You know, and that's stretching it. There's a bunch of my top 5 is crazy, but he's just one of those great comedy acts that came from SNL and went on to do big things like big movies and big comedy specials and whatnot. He pretty much set the standard for not just black comedians, but comedians in general who want to become big and want to, you know, be successful. So he will be hosting SNL, and you know, honestly, I'm hoping that he does well. I'm hoping to hear jokes from Eddie Murphy because, you know, of course I've been hearing the reports of him wanting to do like a $70 million comedy special. I hope to God we get that special sometime in a certain time frame, bro. I feel like he's gonna do it too because Eddie Murphy's doing Dolomite. Eddie Murphy's doing Coming to America 2. So why the hell not do a comedy special, bro? I would love to hear it. That's really my only thought process. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear a comedy I would love to hear and see a comedy special in my lifetime. You know, I feel like Eddie Murphy's taking too much time away from the spotlight, and he just needs to come back and just bless us with a special, you know? Let me see. What else? What else I got here? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me talk about this stupid shit. There is a game. I don't even know what the hell it's called. It's a new game in which if you look in the same direction as the opponent, you lose. Where the hell did this game even come from? Like, so basically what you do is you point in a different direction and you're supposed to look the other way. That's pretty much how you play the game. So if somebody looks up, you're supposed to look down. But if you look the same way as the person is pointing, that's when you lose. It makes no sense. It reminds me of this game that we used to play in high school called Ninja, in which pretty much you have to stand still. And then it's like a bunch of people play, and then you have to stand still. And then the person right next to you pretty much has to try to touch your hand before you move it. That's what that game reminds me of for whatever reason. I don't know who makes up these damn random ass games, but I mean, it's better than being on a computer or being on a cell phone all day. It beats the hell out of that, you know. These are actually social games you can like play and be in front of people and talk to them, you know, because people don't be in front of somebody and talk to them anymore. Like I said before in another podcast, people are so engulfed in the internet that they don't really communicate with one another like that. So it's like, whatever, I got my cell phone, whatever, I got my video game, whatever, I got my computer, I don't need y'all, you know, that type of shit. That's why people go find dating sites and be on porn sites and stuff like that, because that's what loves them more than, that's what loves them, or that's what they love more than going out in society and like actually talking to somebody or holding an intelligent conversation with somebody. It's hard for people. It's hard for these millennials in this newer generation to really do that. You know, I feel like they should be teaching that type of stuff in school. Speaking of school, another thing I feel like should be taught in school is I feel like taxes need to be taught in school. I feel like you need to we really need to learn about tax, because I feel like if we learned about taxes and stocks and bonds and stuff like that, some of us wouldn't be in like debt like we are now in this new generation, bro. Like I feel like if you didn't know about student loan debt and Sally Mae and all of that, you were doomed from the start before you even got out of high school or went into high school. You know, I owe $41,000. I'm in debt $41,000, and you know, I did all that happened to me because I wanted to go to school. Unfortunately, you know, they don't tell you what comes with college. What comes with college when you decide you want to pay when your parents decide they want to pay the money for you to go, or you have to pay out of pocket, or it's, you know, you'll be lucky if you get a scholarship, and the scholarship handles all of the tuition you have. You'll be lucky if that, but you know, hey, this is the world we live in. Everything looks good from the outside when you're window shopping, but when it's time to go inside and buy it, it's a different story. You know what? I got like 5 minutes left. I'm gonna just cut it off right there. I just want y'all to enjoy life. You know, don't work too hard. Don't sleep too much. Just stay woke, you know. And with that, I am out of here. Y'all take it easy.